Wow, what an episode. I mean it, this series just keeps getting better and better. Hello everyone, Mega Man NG here, and it's time now for another Samurai Jack episode review. We're going to be talking about this week, episode XCVII, or 97 in Roman numerals. This is episode 6 of the 10-episode season, and boy oh boy, this one gets massively better. I mean it, they just keep upping the ante more and more. Let us get started with this. We start with a summary, then provide some things that I found rather enjoyable. Samurai Jack has disappeared, having gone with the mysterious black samurai in a horse in the previous episode. Ashi now is on a journey to find him. Along the way, she encounters many creatures that Jack have helped throughout his journey. Can this journey be enough to convince Ashi that Jack was right? Will it also be enough to save Jack as well, who has sadly and surprisingly now on a point of no return? I really cannot begin to fathom just how awesome this episode is. It is another great episode, let me tell you that. The episodes just keep getting better and better and better. For one thing, this episode is sort of like a flashback episode, but at the same time it pays tribute to the series. And many familiar characters that you've seen in the previous seasons make a return this episode, whether it be the Woolies from episode 4 of season 1, the Blind Archers from episode 7. Heck, there was even a rave party for the samurai, and when Ashi mentioned it, it went into full-on sing-along with a beautifully psychedelic song. Not to mention the bounty hunters, as well as Funkachop, and even Demongo makes an appearance. That is surprising. And all of it culminates with an end that I found to be really powerful, really shocking, and really good. I'll explain in a bit, but it was nice seeing all these familiar characters return. Though it would have been interesting if the tribe that helped Jack jump good made an appearance here. That would have been nice. It made me wonder how it had been these past 50 years for them. Who knows? All I can tell is that they're also continuing the fight, not just for Jack's sake, but for their own. Ashi's journey was an amazing one. It served not only as a stroll down memory lane, it also provided great character development for her. And surprisingly enough, we actually get to see her, well, I don't know if it's proven or not, in the buff. Since you notice that when she first appeared, she was covered in black. Of course, we see in a flashback as to how she got it to begin with. But now with that black removed, wow, everyone was freaking out. I was freaking out when it happened, and it turned out all along that Ashi was, not wearing anything at all. She was naked, pretty much. The only thing that was keeping her there was all that black garb that she had when she served as an assassin. But now that she's finally free, wow. I just couldn't believe it. I just really couldn't believe it. Seeing her get rid of that black stuff was a powerful moment, and it served to basically have her finally sever her connection with the assassins of Aku. Pretty good. And at the same time, having her meet all these characters also provided good character development too. Because by the time the episode ended, she finally finds Jack, who is about to do the unthinkable. And for anyone wondering, whenever a samurai commits dishonor, they have to live with the shame, and the only way they can regain their honor is by doing the one thing that would seem very scary. Seppuku. And seppuku is basically the act of committing suicide to regain your honor. And it took a lot of convincing from Ashi to tell Jack to stop, because she now finally realizes the truth. She's seen it all. She has seen many people who Jack helped. And in the end, he made her see the light. It was a powerful moment, and it was more than enough to convince Jack to stop. And yes, Jack has to live with what had happened. Sure, he may have forgotten his purpose, but this episode also serves as a fact of reigniting what Jack has become. In other words, Jack is back. And next week's episode is going to be massively awesome. Massively awesome for one simple reason. Jack's gonna get his sword back. I am looking forward to next week's episode. I really am. It is truly awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Scaramouche is back. You know, that rapping robot that Jack kicked his butt in the first episode? He's back. The only thing missing is that he has a head. And it was pretty hilarious seeing him try to get on a ship and trying to reach Aku. It was funny. Though we do hear Aku again, courtesy of Greg Baldwin. And I think by this point, Aku doesn't care. Not to mention, Scaramouche is now down ranked number 3. He's no longer number 1, just number 3. It was so funny. What was more surprising is that during that one scene when he tried to get on the ship with the help of some creature, one look at him and Scaramouche says this, looks like a talking penis. I mean, wow. That's telling you right off the bat the gloves come off. And I'm happy that this show is now going to this darker route. Since it's now an Adult Swim, they have a lot more freedom, which can also mean stuff like swearing stuff and everything and whatnot. I like it. I'm going to rate this a perfect 10 because this episode was just too good. It not only had a lot of good funny moments, but also served as a flashback, a tribute to the show, with an ending that was massively powerful and setting things up for next week. Because you guys know it, Jack is back. And I am so excited for next week's episode. The wait for it is going to kill me. Surprising because it aired on Earth Day, the day after my birthday. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode review of Samurai Jack. If you're wondering, yeah, Sundays is now devoted to Samurai Jack reviews because TMNT is in hiatus. And once Samurai Jack ends, this would be a problem. I don't really know what happens afterwards. But either way, yeah, that is it for this episode review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does mean a lot to me. Let's see if we can reach 10 likes on this video, because it's not like I asked for much. I mean, I don't get much either way, and I need all the support I can get. Your support really does matter. It really does. Anyway, that is it. If you are subscribed, please be sure to click on the button, like the bell, to know when y'all upload next. Not to mention, if you've seen the episode, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to be more awesome, please be sure to check out my Patreon. At least I do care for everyone here. That includes you. Yeah, you, the one who's watching this right now. This is Mega Man NG signing off. Peace out. See you next week for XCVII.